Vehicles are sitting on dealerships' lots. Yes, that's correct. We have nearly 2 million new cars sitting on their lots. And most of those vehicles are EV vehicles, right? Electric vehicles. And they're leading the way. So what happened with the whole turn of everyone adopting EVs? That's not where we're at right now as a society. People are still affected by the high cost of EVs and especially the battery range of most EVs. And so, as we could see, when supply goes up, usually price should follow or go down. And so, right now, EVs, a lot of manufacturers are discounting their EVs. And so, you're seeing that because there's a big supply of EVs because people are not buying them as much. And so, Tesla, Ford, and other manufacturers are slashing the price of EV vehicles. So new vehicle inventories in the US is continuing to climb, and that's partly because interest rates are up, right? The car notes are crazy high now, and on top of that, vehicle prices, the MSRP, are at all-time highs even at this moment, and they increase every year, right? So now you're seeing a shift in the car market. And so according to data from Cox Automotive, there's nearly 2 million vehicles sitting unsold on dealers' lots. That works out to a 53-day supply, which is up 75% from the same time just 1 year ago. So this time around July of 2020, we didn't have a 53-day supply. We had less than half of that, right? Because it's up 75%. Well, probably not less than half of that if it's up 75%, but you can imagine we had way less. And by the way, you all, make sure you all subscribe to this channel. We're almost at 800 subscribers, so please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Now, the big reason for this 53-day average supply comes from one thing, EVs. So that's a big thing, but I do believe you're seeing other type of vehicles, your naturally aspirated vehicles still on that list. Your gas-powered vehicles on that list. And so, EVs are definitely sitting. Those vehicles have a 103-day supply. That makes it the only segment other than ultra luxury and high-end luxury to have supplies on the other side of 100 days. Full-size cars were close at 99 days. It's crazy that full-size cars is not as popular as they used to be, right? Like for example, Toyota got rid of their Avalon, right? That full-size vehicle, right? Now people are going more for a Corolla. Like if you're going to get a car, just get a regular car. And a lot of these small compact cars are actually pretty spacious. Like the Civic is big, right? Back in the day, the Civics were small. Now the Civics is essentially the same size as an Accord a couple of years ago, right? And so on the flip side of the coin, compact mid-sized cars and crossovers, they reportedly had the tightest inventories, right? And so you're seeing that happen. So one segment they didn't mention is pickup trucks. And on this channel, we talk about F-150s, we talk about Ram trucks. And so we're seeing an increase in supply because those are high-priced vehicles, and these rates are ridiculous right now for a lot of people. So it can be asserted that inventory levels were the lowest among lower price vehicles, and stock seems to grow in proportion with that price. That's not much of a surprise, Who has money to buy an expensive car right now? Exactly. Another interesting little factoid is that Toyota and Honda have 9 of the top 10 nameplates with the smallest supply, which makes sense, right? Toyota and Honda, first of all, they're known for reliability, right? They're reliable vehicles. And then on top of that, they're affordable vehicles. And so you have the short supply. Recently, I went to a Toyota dealership and I showed you all, there was nothing on that lot. And so, yeah, this is very interesting data. They report that among the 7 automakers who still report monthly sales and inventory, 6 saw their day supply levels increase last month between 1 and 4 days. All right, so let's start reading some of the, these comments. It's just interesting. They're talking, like, for example, this person they're talking about, they're bullish for the electric future. They think that Toyota is making a smart move right, with extended range vehicles like the RAV4 Prime. So they're starting off slow with the plug-in hybrid and then eventually move into fully electric vehicles rather than go full-blown electric like the Ford and other things like that, which is an important case that I believe I mentioned before in another video too. On the flip side, what I find interesting about these numbers is that the low supply of cheap cars when compared to expensive ones believe uh, the common finger wagging of commentary class who insist that consumers are digging themselves into debt by buying more car than they afford. Sure, some are, but most consumers seem to be pursuing value. And that's true. And yes, you see on social media, you see on the internet, like, oh, how much is your car note? People's car note, $700, $1,000. Yes, but the majority of people are still trying to find a value vehicle, right? Something that's affordable, and so you see that happening. But let me know your thoughts on what's happening in the car market. It seems like it's definitely shifting um, to have more incentives. First of all, discounts and maybe buy them below MSRP for a lot of makes and models. All right, you all, make sure you all subscribe. Once again, we're almost at 800 subscribers. All right, talk to you all later.